Good evening. Guy Scott, the former vice president who stepped into Zambia's presidency for 90 days after the sudden death of President Michael Sata, has died on his farm in Lusaka at the age of 82. The Zambian government posted the news on social media, and family members noted that he had been battling Parkinson's disease and dementia in his final years. Scott's life spanned a remarkable period of change in sub-Saharan Africa. Born in colonial northern Rhodesia, he grew up while Britain still ruled the region, and when Zambia gained independence in 1964 he chose to become a Zambian citizen rather than remaining a British national. He pursued higher education at Cambridge, emerging as a qualified economist, a discipline that would later define his career. Before moving into the political arena, Scott put his economic expertise to practical use on the ground. He farmed wheat and strawberries on the outskirts of Lusaka, operating walkover estates. The produce from his fields is exported to London supermarkets and overnight flights, an operation that underscores Zambia's role as an agricultural exporter despite being landlocked. His public service began in earnest when he was appointed agriculture minister in 1992. That year, Zambia faced a severe drought that threatened famine. Scott is widely credited with averting a crisis by orchestrating emergency imports of corn via loan, grueling supply routes when regional reserves were low. His leadership gave a critical period in Zambia's food security. In 2011, Scott entered the national political stage as the running mate of Michael Sata, who was elected president on a platform that sought to curb Chinese investment in Zambia's copper mines. While campaigning, the duo often campaigned in hard-to-reach areas, sometimes wading through rivers to reach remote settlements. By aligning with Sata, Scott positioned himself as a bridge between Zambia's past and future, blending his background as a white citizen with a commitment to shared nationhood. When President Sata died unexpectedly in 2012, Scott, then vice president, was sworn in as interim president for 90 days. He became the only white head of state in Africa's post-apartheid era, an unprecedented moment for the region that had only recently shed the legacy of racial supremacy. In interviews, Scott downplayed the importance of race, famously saying, "I may be white on the outside, but my blood is black," emphasizing his dedication to Zambia's inclusive future. Throughout his life, Scott moved fluidly across sectors: journalism, economics, academia, agriculture, and politics, demonstrating a versatile skill set that served Zambia in various capacities. Yet, his brief presidency was the moment that captured global attention, positioning him as a symbol of Zambia's commitment to moving beyond colonial divisions. His passing marks the end of a life that bridged continents, cultures, and governments. Though he would later fade from the political spotlight, his contributions, from averting a famine to leading the nation, even if briefly, during a critical transition, remain integral to Zambia's modern story. Thank you for joining me today. Gaster's story reminds us that leadership, change, and resilience can exist across everything, even across the boundaries that defined a Vorhanden era. That's all for now. Keep listening, stay curious, and take care.